So we have here another part of the women's college basketball whip around here. We have here Montana State battling tough against Idaho here. Montana State leads 48-39 here in this one. Idaho, excuse me, Montana State takes the time right here, but Idaho, not Idaho State. Idaho's, I bet Idaho, if I say, is only down by 9 now. So they're fighting tough against a good Montana State team that's really solid in non-conference. Was solid in non-conference. To went 10-2, and they have a really solid shot. And they only lose one game in conference. That is, no matter what conference you play next, still really solid. They're trying to go for the sweep. The 18 will go undefeated. Be the first team since Montana, about 20 years old, to go undefeated in conference. However, they were not able to do it.
Free throw good for Martin. Back at the foul.
Martin using that length to get up above on the blue pitch there, create that foul opportunity as she knocks down her second one.
So now 16 for Caitlin Martin. And the lead back to 11 once again for Montana State. And the largest lead of the night. Bobcats trying to finish the regular season 17-1 in Big Sky play. Ana Beatriz Pasos passing up the open three-point opportunity. 40% three-point, 27% three-point shooter for the Vandals. Caitlin Martin with the rebound for Montana State. Drive by Ella Johnson. Stops halfway down the lane. Sarah Brands boards it for Idaho. Shot clock dark. Idaho wants the final shot of the third quarter.
Sets up some type of drive and backdoor cut here for the Vandals. The overpressure, the overplaying of Montana State set them up for something big here to end the quarter, to go into the fourth with something good.
Anya Bukvich sidestepping to an open three. There's something good for Idaho. And the shot at the horn from Picton hits the top of the backboard. And we're headed to the fourth. A much-needed three for the Idaho Vandals. Steven, you said this is what the Vandals needed to get a little shot of life into the fourth quarter.
And a little overhelp there from Picton.
And when there is only one game on, which will probably be Portland State, should be Portland State at Sacramento State, unless one goes in overtime or double overtime, we will just end the whip round a little bit early here. We'll end the whip round not early, but we'll end the whip round before those games. Both those before all the games end.
Now they're making a run and have the ball once again.
In Montana, the Grizzly. Not for sure, but it is 61 all. Or the Grizz, maybe it's Montana Grizzlies, but still, they're 61 all with the East Russian Eagles, who are fighting tough. Both teams looking for a little bit of a run in this, or some momentum. Looking for a good bit of momentum here. Winner. Look at some nice momentum heading into the Big Sky Conference tournament. And there's a timeout here between Montana and East Washington. And then so head back and actually see if the Montana's see if Portland State at Sacramento State is on right now. So we'll go to that one here for a little bit. Just a quick little bit. Because we haven't been able to really get that game shown at all.
Sacramento State. Wenger is the difference on the floor for the Vikings. A 2-point shot is good for Fitzgerald. Actually, no, she's not on there. She's actually Wenger's in for Fitzgerald. And then another hard foul. O'Galey fouled J-Tay, who went to the deck hard. O'Galey couldn't believe it. She thought it was all ball.
Grizz. Bruno.
So we have Eastern Washington leading Montana here. 77-75 here. 30 seconds left in this game. And a timeout. Montana, a timeout. So let's take a look at the scores here. And we are about a little bit over, over 12 hours. Actually, 10 minutes under 14 hours away from the Sunbelt Conference Tournament. The Sunbelt Conference Tournament. As the Sunbelt is the first conference to start their conference tournament. As they play starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. The Sunbelt does. And we have Sacramento State leading Portland State 44-29. So it's starting to be like the first quarter. A little bit for Portland State. And then we have Montana State at Idaho. So Montana State leads Idaho 61-52 and 77-75. Eastern Washington over Montana. So the Grizz, Montana, down 2 here. And now it's going to be the foul shooting for Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington is going to have to do foul shooting. And Eastern Washington is going to have to close out the free throw line. While Montana tries to, get some good looks and hope that Eastern Washington misses a foul shot or two.
The ball with 11.2 seconds remaining.
Yeah, big rebound there by Ella Gallatin. Gallatin had a huge game in Missoula, 22 points, which was then a career high, 10 rebounds. She had a career best 4 threes, and then a big play here tonight to potentially seal this thing for Eastern Washington.
So both teams sit with 14 fouls, and there's no 1-and-1 bonus, so that's something that if they do choose to foul, Eastern would have 2 free throws, so we'll see how it plays out as Eastern Washington inbound to Gallatin. And she's immediately fouled, and she'll head to the line for 2 shots, 9 seconds remaining in this one.
Yeah,
These are 2 big free throws.
Yeah, and if you're Eastern Washington, this is who you want at the free throw line.
Yeah, 2 for 2 today.
We talked about it earlier, 86% free throw shooter this season. Doesn't have enough attempts to qualify amongst the Big Sky leaders, but gets the first there. She would be third in the Big Sky Conference behind Kendra Parra and Esmeralda Morales.
The second short. Timeout as Ella Gallatin goes 1 for 2, but that important, meaning that that Montana must get 3 points to send this into overtime. What a way to end the regular season here in Cheney.
Great battle. And, Eastern Washington, obviously, they've had their struggles off a 29-win season a year ago where they win the regular season and conference tournament championships, advanced to the NCAA tournament, but so many new faces, all 5 starters transfer out, we talked about earlier, but one thing that this team has never done is stop fighting. They are committed to giving 40 full minutes of great effort every single night, and we're seeing the results of that with a potential win here over a good Montana basketball team.
To the inbound, Waddington. 5 seconds. They'll take the easy 2.
And Eastern will gladly give that up, I think.
Yeah, they didn't even contest it as a Waddington makes it a 1-point game.
Yeah, and you might say, why did they sort of clear the lane there? You don't want to end up accidentally even putting yourself in a position where a foul can be called, and then there's an opportunity for a 3-point play and a chance to tie this contest. A layup doesn't do Montana a lot of good. Now we're under 4 seconds to go.
And this is interesting here, too, as we take a look at Jody Gleason. The coaches meeting before talking to the players. Jody saying, what's the play here? So a little bit of an internal coaching discussion of what is the best play here. Luke, what do you think they were deciding?
I think the simple answer to that question is you go right back where you just went. Ella Gallatin is the best free throw shooter on this team. She went 1 for 2 last time, but you got to try to get the ball into your best shooter, and I think your second option is going to be Peyton Howard. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of action. Howard probably will be the inbounder.
And another thing is, do you go for the easy inbound just to take the hit and leave him enough time? Or do you try to go for a lob and potentially run it out or leave 1 second? But with those type of passes, you run into an easy pick by Montana. So
I think you just try to get the ball in and get to the free throw line.
And Peyton Howard able to take more time than you would expect off the clock, because it was Peyton Howard inbounding it last time, and this time she was the one that the coaching staff wanted to put at the line. And also, not to mention, that will be the end of Barsh picking up her 5th personal.
I really like that Howard noticed she's being face guarded. They're trying to deny her the ball. So rather than, stand there and fight for position, she dives down towards the hoop, and not only did she get the ball, but was able to burn a couple of seconds as well.
Cool as the other side of the pillow. Peyton Howard puts in both free throws, and now all the pressure on Montana as a 3-pointer would tie it.
And we talked about it all game long. This is a Montana team that can, in fact, shoot the ball. They're second in the Big Sky Conference in 3-point shooting percentage this season with 343. They've already hit the second most 3-pointers in program history this season. They've made 10 or more in their last 4 games. And coming into tonight, they hit 249, second most threes in the season in program history, behind just last year where they hit 357, Jamie, almost 100 more than the second best season in school history.
So Eastern Washington. And a look at the fans, shot by our great camera crew that we mentioned earlier. And in the control room, making sure we're heard, is Dave Colton, our producer, Michael Bethley, director Jared Brashears, Don Milne on replay, And Jared Brashear is doing double duty, also the tech manager. So you guys hear us, but we have a big group here bringing this all together, and an exciting game it's been so far. 1.6 seconds. Koenig goes to the far side for the tie. Off the mark, Tyler on the call, and that will do it.
And it is just short. And the Montana Grizzlies fall the East Russian Eagles. 80-77. East Russian Eagles get the victory. Montana goes to 12-17, 8-10 in the Big Sky, while East Russian, after the really, really hot, good season last year, all the players transferred out, and they were able to get some better, opportunities with like better conferences. With a better more prestigious mid-majors, like maybe the MAT, or like the American, or like power conferences. But you're still fighting hard, and that's what you want to see from a team. With new players, you want to be able to fight as tough as you can. And we have Montana State now leading 67-54 Idaho with 25 seconds in the fourth. We'll head to that one, and then we'll head the rest of the third quarter of Portland State, Sacramento State, to get a little bit of action out of that game. And then we'll end the whip around here, as every game is done. Every game will be done about 1. And this one, Montana State is going to go 27-3, 17-1 in Big Sky play, while Idaho is going to go to 18-11, 10-8 in Big Sky play. And looks like Montana State is just going to dribble the clock out. So that one is over. So we'll go to the final game here in the Big Sky regular season, the very last game. And we'll do the final minute 13 of this third quarter here. And then when this final minute 13 of the third quarter, so we will show you what the fourth quarter will be. Exclusive. You can watch the fourth quarter exclusively on ESPN Plus. Sacramento State was 13-17, 6-11 in Big Sky play, while Portland State is 1-16 in Big Sky play, 4-22 overall.
Hopefully with these free throws right here, get some momentum going and get her in rhythm.
7 points now for Jadia Martin in her senior game, to go along with 5 rebounds, 3 assists on the night. She has played all 29 minutes of action so far, along with Benta Versteeg. 52-37, almost picked away by Fall. Brown will get it back to Torres Kaapea. 1 minute to go in the third. Hornets are up 15 at 52-37. Brown will now drive in, off the glass and in on the floater. Kylie Brown with 9.
Tough bucket right there. The lefty driving hard to the basket, and a great job at using that glass right there.
Nice move by Versteeg. Bounce pass to Penuetta on the baseline. She'll outpass it. Reset for the Hornets now. There's about 20-second differential between the game and the shot clock. Versteeg bounce pass to J-Tay. Couldn't handle it. And the Vikings come up with it. And then the foul reach-in called on Versteeg. That's going to be her first. And free throws coming for the Vikings.
A break right there. Looked like Versteeg. The Hornets have been doing that. The pick and roll, getting Versteeg downhill, especially to that right side. Excellent job by Penuetta popping out for the 3 and creating that lane. Just Versteeg wanted to dump down, create the turnover right there. Very unfortunate for the Hornets.
Agele, 10 points on the night. 2 of 3 shooting from the strike. First one good. It is now a final up in Moscow. Montana State has won the regular season outright. They defeated Idaho 67-54. So the Bobcats finished 17-1 in the Big Sky. Their only loss, that 4-point win for the Hornets on Saturday up at Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. So they will be the number 1 seed with the outright regular season title. They will play on Sunday, the winner of the 9-10 game. And if Sacramento State can hold on, they will take on Eastern Washington in the 7-8 game. The winner of that one will get Northern Arizona, the number 2 seed. As NAU finished 16-2 on the year. Too strong for Versteeg, rebounded by the Vikings. Quick shot at the buzzer for Brown, no good, and that's how the third quarter of action will come to an end. Hornets outscore the Vikings 20-16 in that third stanza, and they lead 52-41 going into the final 10 minutes ever of action here at the Nest. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a couple moments. This is Big Sky Basketball on ESPN+.
And so that is it for the Big Sky regular season whip around here on the final game, or for the final day of whip around. And you will see Big Sky whip around during softball season, but this is it for Big Sky. And if there are Big Sky teams that have like lacrosse or water polo, if I do that, this whip around. But otherwise, it is it. But that is it for Big Sky whip around here for women's basketball. Till conference tournament, you'll see Big Sky conference tournament whip around. You'll see these teams in like WBIT, WNIT whip arounds. At least in the WNIT whip arounds. If there are any of them going on, you'll see that. You'll also see and you also see Big Sky Conference tournament. If I do any whip around of the Big Sky Conference tournament, you will see that however, for the regular season in the Big Sky, that is it for whip around. So that will be yeah. You will have the Big Sky first round game that starts at 4:30 Eastern from Idaho Central Arena in Boise, Idaho. 1:30 Pacific, 2:30 Mountain. You will have we start the Big Sky tournament. And then, but the whip around, the first day of whip around that I can do will be the Big Sky quarters, and that'll be at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. That'll be at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and then most likely I'll be able to do the second Big Sky quarter, which will start at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. I'll be able to do the second quarterfinal, guaranteed. So yeah, and what are we doing? That, but yeah, so that is it for the whip around right now in women's college basketball for Monday, March 3rd. There will be some whip around Tuesday, March 4th with the Barbasol Horizon League Championship first round. The 3 games in the first round of the Horizon League Championships from at Campus States, and then the American Conference, the 3 games in that conference. The 6 games in the American, and then it'll be 4 in the Mountain West. So that'll be it for the Whip Around right now. And if you want to watch the rest of the Sacramento State hosting Portland State, you can. The final 9:15, you can watch it on ESPN Plus.